Hey, what's up, YouTube? I hope everybody is good. This is your boy DJ Troy. Today, I'll be talking about the lawsuit that was brought on by Kesha for producer Dr. Luke. So, for anyone who doesn't know who Kesha is, she has only been responsible for some of the biggest pop hits in the last 10 years. And equally as important has been Dr. Luke, her producer, who has been responsible for some of the bigger, even better hits than the ones he produced with Kesha. So Kesha allegedly filed a lawsuit against Dr. Luke, stating that Dr. Luke abused her emotionally, physically, sexually, he forced her to consume drugs, and it was just a terrible situation, and she would just like to have her freedom back and be out of her contract. Now, Dr. Luke is countersuing Kesha, claiming that Kesha breached her contract and she also, is defaming his character. It's just a very messy situation. For those who also aren't aware, Kesha actually signed with Dr. Luke when she was 18 years of age. And I do not know the details of our contracts, but for anybody who's involved in the music business, depending on what type of deal you signed with an individual, you could basically be with them for the rest of your life. So it's a very crazy situation, and I really hope that Kesha and Dr. Luke could find a middle ground. Kesha get her freedom, Dr. Luke gets his money. Because at the end of the day, Dr. Luke has already made millions off of Kesha. And because of the contract that she signed with him when she was 18 years of age, he's probably going to collect royalties for the rest of his life from Kesha's music. So, what's the big deal? He's already made his money. Kesha's already has her freedom. Kesha already have a fan base out there, so she could go on to make more hit songs and more hit music. So both parties could possibly win. Now, from a business perspective, now, if you have invested millions of dollars in an artist, and if you've put in years into artists, into developing that artist, now letting that artist go might just be really awful. Okay, so I don't know what might be the end-all results, but I wish them the very best. And just a segue to all my viewers and all my musicians that's watching my video, it's always critical that, especially in this day and age, when you have the internet, you have so many avenues where you could sell your music, be careful and don't rush into any kind of contracts, because when you sign the wrong deal with any type of producer, any type of record label, the thing is that you could be stuck there for the rest of your life, and people can be forever eating off of you, forever collecting royalties off of you, and you're not getting anything. So be careful when you're signing record deals. Be careful when you're signing contract, whether you might be an actor, whoever is in the entertainment business. Just read the fine print, get an entertainment lawyer, make sure that everything that's there is accurate and you're not stuck in a situation where, you have records and it can't come out, because Kesha is signed to Dr. Luke, so she cannot release anything without his permission and the record company. So that puts her in a very terrible situation. She might have the notoriety, but because of the contract that she signed, boom, she can't do anything. For those who aren't aware, right now the artist known as Tigger, he's signed to Young Money Records. He recently put out a tweet saying that Young Money is holding his album hostage and they're not releasing it, and he went on about the music industry being the devil's playground. Well, we already know that, but it just went on, and Tiger's hand is tied. It's glue to the back of his head, basically. His hands is up in the air. He cannot do anything. He has signed a record contract. So until the company decides to release his album, Young Money, Cash Money Records and Universal, until they decide like, hey, you know, this album is ready for prime time, he cannot touch it. It cannot be released legally. So you have to be careful about the contracts that you signed. And, you know, the entertainment business is very tricky. So always remember to read the fine print. You're signing any contracts, make sure you get an entertainment lawyer so that everybody knows what they're doing. And you're happy in the end. If you're not happy, you could leave and nobody gets hurt. Don't be in a situation where you have to sue and go to court to get your freedom. But with the entertainment industry being so difficult to get into, and, you know, by having a name behind you, you could get that notoriety quicker. Many people sign contracts, but be very careful.